While diving straight down. So now, it's time to stand up, move forward, and get ready. The show is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the most feared combat aircraft in the world today, your F-22 Raptor.
As you saw right on the takeoff, as I get going up, the jet's climbing great, everything's looking good, and I just bail out of the takeoff pole because the clouds were, no kidding, right at the minimum altitude. 3,500 feet is the minimum altitude that I can top out at on that pole, and that's exactly where they were. It was right at 35. So, but I didn't have 100% confidence in that when I'm 90 degrees nose high right after takeoff that I was going to make it, so I just bailed out of it. And then I passed the words that, hey, yep, we can still get this. They're right on the edge, but we can continue with the high show, so I passed it to stay with the high show. That was kind of the first difference that happened. Did that mess with the narration any at all, or just kind of finish up?
I had to change was the pedal turn, which would move it
Yep.
180 instead of 360.
Yep, perfect. Reposition back around. The main radius turn was okay. I was a little bit faster than normal, and I was, being up higher and everything, and a little further out. But the J turn worked out okay.
The amazing J turn reposition. If you've ever wondered where those bombs and missiles hide, here is your answer.
Back in for the weapons bay pass, I have nothing for that. And then back in for the dedication pass from right to left.
Dedication pass.
To get the dedication pass going, not much vapor in the air today, maybe a little bit on the kind of the corner right at the end, but pedal turn had to be a 180 pedal turn. On that one, it was all way show right. There was a little bit of a thin spot to the east where it kind of thinned out a little bit, so I just extended past crowd center and went over to the east. I was trying to find a spot in the weather there, so that's why I went way far right of you guys. 180 pedal works out okay, actually.
Level off.
Throw up your rock fist if you're feeling it, better drop this.
Altitude and under complete control. The 180-degree left turn.
So 180-degree turn, 180-degree pedal, set myself back up on the line that I wanted to go to. The jet kind of, this 8.5, and I've had this before, it waffles a little bit out of the post stall. So it kind of rocked right and then rocked left as it came out of there. No big deal.
You'll see why the Raptor is unmatched in a vertical fight as it carves through a loop and doubles its altitude at the end. At the top of the loop, you'll see the Raptor rotate around one spot in the sky, utilizing the vector thrust of the two powerful F-119 engines.
The power loop was a little bit off And guys, I'm spewing this out because this is, these are things that I need to work on to get this down. It was off just a little bit going up into the vertical, so when I went around, it was a little bit kind of corkscrew. It just at 10 degrees was all it got, but it was a little bit of a corkscrew, so it wasn't a pure flip. It kind of corkscrewed its way through. So I don't know if anyone can tell that. Probably people that have been watching it for a while can. Probably people that haven't seen it before are probably like, yeah, it's a loop. But I can tell, and I'll clean that up for next time. Loaded roll, tail slide, obviously hit the weather on the first tail slide, so I'm not going to do that. Come out of that. Could you guys see me through that first one? You could see me? It hazed over, and it was just enough to make me go, the last time we did this with the First Fighter Association here and all that kind of stuff, I just went, nah, let's not do it. Plus, I start losing some of my peripheral cues, so if the jet is going to do anything squirrely, I'm not going to know until all of a sudden I'm spinning out of the bottom of the cloud. So, come out of it.
Slow speed handling characteristics are phenomenal. And Skalicky likes those afterburners and climbs straight into the vertical. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, the Raptor slow speed pass.
Slow speed pass. I was a little bit off and drifting away from the crowd when I did that. So, and of course I'm much higher than normal. So just give me another quick, PI. You did come in and say check 10 left, but maybe start that a little earlier just so I stay out there. It's tough with me being so high and far out. It's kind of tough on this one, but we can bring that in a little bit closer. Up, we don't have room for the split S, so we can't do the split S. So no way for me to pass that to you in time, especially with the just reading from memory. So don't change anything. No one else, hardly anybody else knows the difference between kind of that slice back that I did and an actual split S. So.
Even without using its afterburners, the F-22 can reach speeds and altitudes that make it virtually untouchable. Accelerating from 60 knots to 600 knots, the Raptor will now roll inverted and pull down into a split S.
Stick with it. But I split us back in, and the cold weather with these motors, that jet was just hauling. I was pulling back on the thing, almost using speed brakes to keep it from going supersonic on the way back through. So she had a lot of power. High-speed pass, back in for the Hoover pitch.
The Raptor will now perform a Hoover pitch.
Repeat a couple of the maneuvers to get better, and I don't know if you guys could see, but it got easier as it went on. Even the slide, started working out a little better, and playing it with the clouds and the power loops got tighter and more centered up and everything. So I will continue to work on that stuff, and you guys continue to work on the launches and the music and all that kind of good stuff. And this is going to be a real sharp act both tomorrow and then when we start taking on the road in March.